of course, not yours or mine. By the time World War II was brought about by the Rockefeller interests and their allies, this philosophy was even more entrenched and more powerful. The United States was deliberately dragged into World War II by means of Pearl Harbor, with the active help of President Franklin D. Roosevelt, and as in World War I, World War II was also deliberately dragged out longer than necessary in order once again to bring about major changes in national life, not only in the United States, but in other countries as well. For details on this subject, I refer you to the recent 2-volume audio book talking tape, number 7, entitled The Tragic Truth About the FDR Era, recorded in February 1976 by Colonel Curtis Dow and myself. FDR was Colonel Dow's father-in-law, and Colonel Dow speaks from personal knowledge about many very important things. 3 years ago in my book, The Conspiracy Against the Dollar, I pointed out the very intimate connections that link politics, economics, and matters of war and peace. And in this regard, I tried to call attention to the very powerful, important new economic and political forces now emerging in Asia. And I ended my book in these words, and I quote, "If the new Asian forces are not understood, but are met with ignorance and arrogance, then the world will indeed be headed not for a generation of peace, of which President Nixon has so proudly boasted, but for World War III." Unquote. In the same context, I refer to the crucial importance of the Panama Canal, and in June 1974, on a radio program in Dallas, Texas, I relayed intelligence information I had just received, confirming that the Temara airfield in the Republic of Guyana, next to Venezuela, is now ringed with atomic missiles aimed at the Gatun locks of the Panama Canal and at cities in the United States. But as usual, the federal government still refuses to this very day to permit an honest investigation of this life and death situation. And by the way, Temara Airfield is being used by Cuba nowadays to ferry its mercenaries and supply